Please, don't arrest him." The weak voice barely rose above the crowd, but it cut through the noise like glass. A coughing black woman collapsed to her knees in the middle of Brookhaven Mall, one hand stretched toward a teenage boy in handcuffs. "He only took bread for me." Phones lifted instantly. People stepped back. No one stepped forward. The boy stood frozen between two security guards, wrists chained, face burning with humiliation, a crushed loaf of bread lying near his torn sneaker. Then the private elevator doors behind the jewelry atrium opened. A white billionaire stepped out. He looked once at the scene, then stared at the boy's face. The phone slipped from his hand and shattered on the marble floor. "My God," his voice shook. "That's my son." Everything stopped, even the crowd, even the guards, even the boy's breathing. Because 10 seconds earlier, he was just a poor kid accused of theft. Now the richest man in the building was calling him family. And nothing in Brookhaven Mall would stay the same after that. 20 minutes earlier, Jordan Brooks had entered the mall through the employee loading doors because poor people were easier to ignore when they came through the back. He was 14, tall for his age, too thin, sharp-eyed, wearing a faded hoodie beneath a borrowed janitor vest that smelled like bleach and old floors. His left shoe had tape around the sole. His stomach hurt, not from sickness, from hunger. He had not eaten since yesterday afternoon. At home, his mother Angela lay in bed under 2 blankets, trying to hide blood in tissues and weakness in jokes. "Go to work," she had told him that morning. "I'm fine." She was not fine. Her cough sounded deeper every day. The free clinic gave her tablets that barely helped, and bills they could not pay. Jordan knew there was no food left. No bread, no rice, no eggs, nothing. So he came to the mall for his one-day cleaning shift. 6 hours of wiping tables, hauling trash, and being invisible, for $70 cash. If the supervisor felt honest, he grabbed a mop bucket and started. Brookhaven Mall was a temple built for people who liked buying things more than noticing people. Gold lights, mirror walls, luxury perfume in the air, stores where watches cost more than apartments, children crying because they wanted designer shoes, parents buying them 2 pairs. Jordan mopped around them silently. At noon he passed the bakery. Warm bread smell hit him so hard he nearly stopped walking. Fresh rolls, butter croissants, soft white loaves stacked behind glass. He stared 1 second too long. The cashier frowned. "No loitering. I work here." "Then work somewhere else." He moved on. But the smell followed him. So did the thought of Angela coughing in bed with no food. At 1:40 p.m., his supervisor disappeared for a smoke break. Jordan stood alone near the service corridor. The bakery delivery rack sat beside the side entrance. 3 wrapped loaves waiting to be shelved. No cameras in that corner. No staff watching. Just 1 loaf. He could take 1 loaf, feed his mother, return tomorrow and pay. His chest pounded. He looked left, right, then grabbed 1 loaf and turned. "Thief!" A heavy hand slammed into his shoulder. Jordan stumbled. The bakery manager, Mr. Collins, snatched his vest collar. "I knew you were watching. I was going to pay." "With what?" "Tomorrow." Mr. Collins dragged him into the main corridor. Customers turned instantly. Security guards approached. Jordan tried to pull free. "It's 1 loaf. It's theft. My mum is sick. Not my problem." The crowd widened into a circle the way people do when they smell public shame. A mother covered her daughter's eyes while still watching through her fingers. Teenagers laughed and filmed. One man muttered, "These kids always start small." Jordan's face burned. He wanted the floor to open. Instead, security grabbed both wrists. Metal cuffs snapped shut. The sound echoed through him. "I said I'd pay. Save it. It was bread. Tell the police." He looked around wildly. Hundreds of people. No help. No kindness. No one asking why a child needed to steal food. Just cameras. Then he heard a scream. "Jordan!" Angela Brooks pushed through the crowd, coughing violently, coat half-buttoned, slippers on wrong feet. Jordan's eyes widened. "Ma?" She should have been in bed. She stumbled toward him, shaking. "Let him go!" Security blocked her. "Ma, stop!" She pointed at the loaf on the floor. "He took it for me," then coughed so hard she collapsed to both knees. The mall went silent. That was the moment the private elevator opened. White billionaire. 51. Sharp blue eyes. Silver at the temples. Navy suit worth more than most yearly salaries. Owner of Sterling Retail Group. Hotels, and enough city influence to get mayors returning calls in minutes. He had come to inspect a luxury watch launch. Instead, he stepped into chaos. Crowd security. A woman collapsed. A boy in cuffs. And something about the boy's face made the world tilt. The jawline, the eyes, the way anger stood upright even in humiliation. Nathaniel stared like he had seen a ghost age 14 years. His phone fell from numb fingers. "My God." He stepped forward slowly. Security recognized him instantly. "Mr. Sterling, we're handling. Be quiet." His voice was ice. He looked only at the boy. What is your name? Jordan frowned. Why? Nathaniel's throat tightened. What is your name? Jordan. Last name? Brooks. The billionaire swayed slightly. Brooks. Angela Brooks. 14 years ago. Rain outside a courthouse. Her crying in his apartment doorway. Her saying, I'm pregnant. Asterisk asterisk. Him saying, asterisk asterisk. This is bad timing. Asterisk asterisk. Her face when he chose business over courage. Then gone. Gone before he became powerful enough to search seriously. Or perhaps before he became decent enough to deserve finding her. He looked at Angela kneeling, coughing blood into her hand. Still beautiful beneath suffering. Still the woman he failed. And the boy. The age fit perfectly. The face fit cruelly. He whispered, That's my son. Jordan barked a laugh full of anger. No. Nathaniel stepped closer. Jordan, don't say my name like that. Angela looked up through tears and weakness. You don't get to do this here. Nathaniel met her eyes. Angela, don't. That single word carried 14 years of unpaid pain. The crowd came alive again. Did he say son? Is this real? Record this. Security released Jordan immediately. Mr. Collins backed away from the bread like it might now be expensive. Nathaniel turned toward him. You handcuffed a child over food. He stole. Nathaniel pulled out his wallet, removed a thick stack of cash, and threw it onto the bakery counter. For the bread. More bills followed. For every hungry kid you refused. Mr. Collins stammered. I didn't know. No, Nathaniel said coldly. You didn't care. He turned to security. And you. They looked down. You chained my son without asking one question. Sir, we didn't know. You knew enough to enjoy power. No one answered. Because truth in public is hard to survive. Jordan rubbed his wrists where red marks remained. He looked at Angela, then at Nathaniel, then back again. What is happening? Angela closed her eyes. The fight had left her body. The truth, she whispered. Jordan's voice rose. You told me my father died. I told you the man I loved did. Nathaniel flinched like struck. Jordan stepped backward. No. Jordan. Angela coughed again. No. The shout echoed through luxury stores. You let me think I had no father. Angela cried openly now. You had no father. Nathaniel's face emptied. Jordan pointed at him. You were alive while we were hungry. No boardroom had ever hurt Nathaniel Sterling the way that sentence did. He tried to speak. Nothing came. Jordan continued. I worked at 14. He pointed at Angela. She's sick. He raised his cuff-marked wrists. And today I got arrested for bread. Then he said the sentence that broke the billionaire fully. Where were you? Nathaniel answered honestly. Becoming rich, the crowd murmured. Jordan laughed once, a broken sound. Congratulations. Then Angela collapsed sideways, this time unconscious. Jordan caught her before her head struck marble. M.A. Blood stained the tissue in her hand. People screamed, phones finally lowered. Nathaniel dropped to his knees beside them. Call an ambulance. A manager ran. Jordan held his mother, shaking. What's wrong with her? Nathaniel looked at the blood, then at her sunken cheeks, then at Jordan's panic, and for the first time in decades, the richest man in Brookhaven felt completely powerless. Jordan looked up with tears and rage. If she dies, he choked on the words. Nathaniel met his eyes, and knew there was no punishment greater than the one already beginning. The ambulance sirens sounded outside, but the real emergency had started 14 years earlier. Mercy General Hospital never looked impressed by wealth. Its walls were too old, its waiting rooms too crowded, its nurses too tired, its floors too familiar with blood, panic, and grief to care about expensive shoes. That was why Nathaniel Sterling's arrival changed almost nothing. He stormed through the emergency entrance with security, assistance, and enough power to move traffic across half the city. Then a receptionist pointed toward a clipboard and said, Name of patient. He stopped. Angela Brooks. Relationship. He opened his mouth. Nothing fit. Former love. Regret. Coward. Biological father of her son. Too late. Jordan answered coldly beside him. None. The receptionist looked up once, then wrote something down. Nathaniel felt smaller than he had in years. Angela was rushed behind swinging double doors. Jordan tried to follow. A nurse blocked him gently. You need to wait here. That's my mum, and they're helping her. She coughs blood. I know. How do you know? Because I have eyes, baby. Jordan froze at the word baby. He hated being treated like a child, but fear makes children out of everyone. He backed into a plastic waiting room chair and sat hard. Nathaniel stood nearby, unsure whether to sit beside him or remain distant. He chose distance, smartest thing he had done all day. Jordan stared at the doors. She better not die. She won't, Nathaniel said. Jordan turned sharply. You don't know that. No, he didn't, and money could not buy certainty from emergency rooms. 20 minutes passed. TV news played silently overhead. Children cried somewhere down the hall. An exhausted janitor pushed a mop bucket by. Jordan's knee bounced non-stop. Nathaniel made 3 calls: best pulmonologist, private specialist, hospital administrator, donations director. He was halfway through arranging a private suite when Jordan snapped, "Can you stop buying things for 5 seconds?" Nathaniel lowered the phone slowly. "I'm trying to help. You trying now?" The words hit with surgical precision. Nathaniel ended the call. "You're right." Jordan frowned, almost disappointed no argument came. "You always just agree when guilty?" "No." "Good. Because I'm still mad." "You should be." Jordan looked away. That answer unsettled him more than excuses would have. Dr. Lena Torres appeared at last. Mid-30s, dark hair tied back, eyes too sharp for nonsense. "Family of Angela Brooks?" Jordan jumped up. "I'm her son." She nodded. "And you?" Nathaniel answered quietly. "Complicated." The doctor sighed. "My favorite kind." She checked the chart. "Angela has severe pneumonia, untreated infection, dangerously low oxygen, and signs of internal bleeding, likely worsened by stress." Jordan went pale. "Is she dying?" "Not tonight if she cooperates." Nathaniel stepped forward. "Whatever she needs, she gets." Dr. Torres looked at him. "Wonderful. We accept humility, patience, and blood pressure medication for difficult men." Jordan almost laughed. Nathaniel nearly did too. The doctor continued. "She needs admission, scans, and possibly surgery if damage is worse than expected." Jordan whispered, "Can I see her?" For 2 minutes. He ran before she finished the sentence. Angela looked smaller in a hospital bed. Oxygen tubing under her nose, skin pale against white sheets, machines blinking around her. Jordan approached carefully. "Ma?" Her eyes opened. She smiled weakly. "There's my criminal." He burst into tears instantly. "I'm sorry. For bread. For everything." She reached for his hand. "You never apologize for feeding me." He clung to her fingers, then asked the question sitting like glass in his chest. "Why did you lie?" Her smile faded. "Because children need peace before truth." "You said he was dead." "I said the man I loved was gone." Jordan cried harder. "That's word games." "Yes," she whispered, "and I was tired." He lowered his head to the blanket. "I hate him." She stroked his hair. "That's easy. I hate you too." "I know. I don't mean it. I know that too." Then she coughed painfully. A nurse signaled time. Jordan kissed her forehead awkwardly and stepped out. Nathaniel entered next. Angela's eyes closed the second she saw him. "No. Angela, no." He stood at the foot of the bed like a man denied entry to his own past. "I looked for you." "How long?" He hesitated. "Months." She laughed weakly, then got busy. He said nothing. "Because yes was too ugly." "I was 28, he finally said. "I was pregnant," she replied. He flinched. "I was scared. I was abandoned." He stepped closer. "I didn't know about Jordan. You knew enough to ask for time. I thought I could fix things. You thought success would excuse them." Every sentence she spoke was earned. He accepted each one. "I am sorry." She turned her head. "Rich men apologize like it's a currency. This one bankrupts me." That almost reached her. Almost. Then she whispered, "Did you really call him son?" "Yes. You don't deserve to." "I know." Another point to her. Another wound to him. Outside the room, Claire Benson arrived, Nathaniel's chief operations officer. Efficient, elegant, dangerous when necessary. She carried 2 phones and a tablet. "Sir, not now. It is now." She showed him headlines already exploding online. Asterisk. Asterisk. "Poor black boy. Arrested for bread. Billionaire calls him son." Asterisk. 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 "Sterling family. Secret exposed in mall drama." Asterisk. 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 "Who is Jordan Brooks?" Stock alerts flashed red beneath them. Nathaniel handed the tablet back. "Handle it." "How?" "Truthfully." Claire blinked. "Are you unwell?" He almost smiled. "Possibly." She glanced through the room window at Angela. "So that's her." "Yes." "And the boy?" "My son." She nodded once. "That explains the eyes," then lowered her voice. "The board is panicking. They can practice." Jordan sat in the waiting room with vending machine crackers he hadn't opened. Nathaniel approached slowly. "Can I sit?" "No." Nathaniel sat across from him instead. Fair compromise. For a minute neither spoke. Then Jordan asked, "Why didn't you have kids?" Nathaniel blinked. "I never did." "Why?" "Work." Jordan snorted. "That's dumb." "It was. You rich people always choose weird things." Nathaniel looked at him. "You have every right to hate me." Jordan shrugged. "I don't know you enough yet." That hurt more. Because indifference is colder than anger. Nathaniel nodded. "Fair." Jordan pushed the crackers across. "You hungry?" Nathaniel stared. "You're offering me food? You look useless." "Might help." For the first time that day, Nathaniel laughed. Small. Real. He took one cracker. At midnight, Dr. Torres returned. She's stable for now. Jordan exhaled sharply. Nathaniel closed his eyes briefly. But there's something else, the doctor said. Both looked up. She asked me privately whether Jordan could be protected if she doesn't make it. Jordan stood instantly. What? Nathaniel's face drained. No, Dr. Torres held up a hand. She is scared. That is not the same as dying. Jordan's voice shook. She thinks she's gonna die. She thinks like mothers do. The boy began pacing. No, no, no. Nathaniel rose. Jordan, don't touch me. He backed away, trembling. Then shouted the question he had been holding all day. Why didn't you come before now? People in the waiting room turned. Jordan didn't care. We were poor for years. Yes. She got sick. Yes. I got arrested for bread. Nathaniel's voice broke. I know. No, you don't. Jordan stepped closer. You missed birthdays, school plays, lights getting shut off, me pretending not to be hungry so she could eat. Each sentence struck like bone. Nathaniel could barely breathe. Jordan's eyes filled. And now you show up because you saw me in cuffs. Silence. Then Nathaniel answered with the only truth left. Yes. The boy laughed through tears. That's pathetic. Then he walked out of the waiting room. Nathaniel moved to follow. Dr. Torres stopped him. No. He's a child. He's hurt. That's why I need to brew. That's why you need to stay still. He stared after Jordan helplessly. Dr. Torres softened slightly. You cannot fix 14 years in one hallway. Then she added, but if you're lucky, you can begin. Nathaniel sank into the chair Jordan had left behind. For decades he had controlled markets, politicians, and rooms full of adults. But a hungry 14-year-old boy had reduced him to what he truly was. A father arriving late. His phone buzzed. Claire looked at the screen and cursed softly. What now? She showed him the message. Asterisk. Asterisk. Urgent. Board member Victor Hale calling emergency vote. Claims Jordan threatens inheritance structure. Asterisk. Asterisk. Nathaniel stared at the words. Even here. Even now. Wolves smelled blood. He looked toward the dark hallway where Jordan had gone, then toward Angela's room. The family he had just found was already under attack, and this time he had no intention of losing them. Jordan found the hospital rooftop by accident. He had taken the stairs because elevators felt too slow for anger. The night air hit cold and clean. City lights spread below him like expensive lies. Brookhaven looked beautiful from above. It always did. That was the problem. Beautiful cities hide ugly truths well. He stood near the railing with his hands shoved deep into his hoodie pockets, breathing hard. His wrists still carried red cuff marks. His chest still carried something worse. A father who was alive. A mother who was sick. A life that suddenly made less sense than it had that morning. The rooftop door opened behind him. He didn't turn. If that's you, he said, go away. It's not. Dr. Lena Torres stepped out holding 2 paper cups. One hot chocolate, one terrible coffee. Jordan frowned. I'm not 5. Good. Then you can hold a hot drink without supervision. She handed him the chocolate. He took it reluctantly. They stood in silence for a minute. Then she asked, you mad because he came late or because you wanted him sooner? Jordan stared at the city. That's the same thing. No, she said. One is anger, one is grief. The words landed too close. He said nothing. She sipped the coffee, regretted it immediately, and grimaced. Terrible, she muttered. Jordan almost smiled. Downstairs, Nathaniel Sterling was learning that billionaires can still be outnumbered. Victor Hale sat in the private family waiting room with 3 board members, 2 lawyers, and the expression of a man who smiled best during funerals. Victor had been Nathaniel's longtime business partner. Polished, connected, greedy in a patient way. He rose when Nathaniel entered. Nate, Victor, we're concerned. Then save time and choke on it. The lawyers shifted. Victor remained calm. An undocumented teenage heir appearing during a scandal harms investor confidence. My son is not a scandal. Markets disagree. Nathaniel stepped closer. Then markets can learn manners. Victor lowered his voice. We need distance until paternity is verified. Nathaniel's eyes hardened. You mean abandonment? Again. This is business. No, Nathaniel said quietly. This is the kind of cowardice business hires. Victor changed tactics. There are trusts, succession rules, tax implications. There is a child. Nathaniel, there is a woman upstairs fighting for her lungs. He pointed toward the door. And there is the exit. Victor's smile thinned. You're emotional. I'm awake. That line silenced the room. Victor tried once more. If this boy becomes public family, things change. Nathaniel nodded. They already have. He opened the door. Get out. No one moved. Nathaniel looked at security, helped them understand verbs. Within seconds, the room emptied. Claire Benson entered from the hallway, impressed. "That was expensive," she said. Nathaniel exhaled. "Worth every penny." Notch Ruckus woke near dawn. Soft light touched the hospital room. Machines beeped steadily. She turned her head and found Nathaniel asleep in a chair beside the bed. Tie loosened, head back, looking less like a billionaire than a tired man who had finally run out of excuses. She watched him quietly, then said, "You snore." His eyes opened instantly. "I do not." "You did." "Then I apologize." "See, rich habit." He smiled despite himself. The smile faded when he saw her oxygen line. "How do you feel?" "Like I got hit by poverty twice." That was Angela. Even sick, she could cut clean. He leaned forward. "I spoke to the best specialists." "I don't need specialists. You need treatment. I need years back." He looked down. "I know." "No," she said softly. "You know facts, not cost." He accepted that, then asked, "Why didn't you tell me?" She took time before answering. "Because when I said I was pregnant, you asked for time." He closed his eyes briefly. "I was terrified. I was too. But only one of us had to stay terrified alone. No defense existed." He tried another truth. "I searched later. You searched from penthouses." She coughed once, then continued. "I was in shelters, clinics, bus stations, bad apartments. Places rich regret doesn't visit." He felt each word. Then she surprised him. "I hated you for years. And now," she looked toward the window, "I'm too tired to carry it every day." Hope moved slightly in his chest. Not forgiveness, but maybe the end of war. Jordan entered halfway through the conversation. Neither adult noticed at first. He stood by the door listening, then said, "So what now?" They both turned. He looked wrecked from no sleep and too much truth. Nathaniel rose. "Jordan, no speeches." He pointed at both of them. "I got enough secrets for 1 week." Angela patted the bed beside her. He sat carefully. She took his hand. "What do you want to know?" "Everything." So she told him. How she met Nathaniel when she was a law intern, and he was still ambitious enough to seem charming. How they loved hard and argued harder. How pregnancy arrived the same month his company nearly collapsed. How fear made him choose timing over courage. How pride made her disappear before he could change his mind. How she lied later because pain sounded kinder as death. Jordan listened without interrupting. When she finished, he looked at Nathaniel. "Did you love her?" "Yes." "Do you now?" Nathaniel answered without hesitation. "Yes." Angela rolled her eyes. Convenient. Jordan looked at his mother. "Do you love him?" She stared at the ceiling. "I currently love oxygen." Jordan smirked. Even Nathaniel laughed. Then Jordan grew serious again. "And me?" Angela squeezed his hand. "You are the only perfect decision I ever made." The room went silent. Jordan blinked hard, then turned to Nathaniel. "You don't get to become dad overnight. I know. You earn it slow. I know. You miss once. I notice. I know." Jordan studied him. Good. It was not forgiveness, but it was the first contract that mattered. 3 weeks later, Brookhaven Courthouse overflowed. Victor Hale had filed suit to freeze Nathaniel's family trusts and block any legal recognition of Jordan. He called it fiduciary protection. Everyone else called it greed with paperwork. Media packed the steps. Headlines screamed, asterisk, asterisk, billionaire, sun battle, asterisk, 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 poor teen versus corporate board, asterisk, 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 poor teen versus corporate board, asterisk, 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 poor teen versus corporate board, asterisk, 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 poor teen versus corporate board, asterisk, 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 poor teen versus corporate board, asterisk, 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 poor teen versus corporate board, asterisk, 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 poor teen versus corporate board, asterisk, 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 poor teen versus corporate board, asterisk, 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 poor teen versus corporate board, asterisk, asterisk, poor teen versus corporate board. "Walk straight," she advised. "Don't read comments." "I don't even read books," Jordan muttered. She liked him immediately. Inside court, Victor's lawyers argued blood tests, timing concerns, reputational risk, and emotional instability caused by Angela's health. That last part made Jordan stand halfway up. Nathaniel touched his shoulder lightly. "Wait." Then Nathaniel stood himself. He dismissed his legal team with one glance and addressed the judge direct. "For years I let smart people speak where courage was required." The courtroom quieted. "My son is not a threat to assets." He looked at Victor. "He is a threat to men who confuse wealth with worth." Victor scoffed. "Nathaniel, this sentiment will cost you billions." Nathaniel smiled. "Then I'm getting a bargain." Laughter rippled through the room. He continued. "I built an empire while failing the two people I should have protected most. I will not outsource that failure any longer. Then he placed a folder on the evidence table. Claire's folder. Inside were records of Victor manipulating trust clauses, shorting company stock during the scandal, and planning to profit from Nathaniel's family crisis. Victor's face emptied. The judge read in silence, then looked up. Mr. Hale, remain seated, his lawyer whispered frantically. Too late. The hearing ended in 1 hour. Victor left under investigation. Jordan stared at Nathaniel. Did you just destroy him? Nathaniel adjusted his cuff. No. He glanced at Claire. She alphabetized him first. Claire nodded modestly. Months passed. Angela recovered slowly. Treatment worked. Color returned to her face. Strength returned to her walk. Sarcasm never left. Jordan moved into a better school but kept his old sneakers. Why not get new ones? Nathaniel asked. So I remember. Nathaniel nodded. Fair answer. He bought them anyway and left the box unopened by Jordan's door. Jordan pretended not to wear them later. Dinner became a battlefield of healing. Angela insulting Nathaniel's cooking. Nathaniel trying anyway. Jordan eating everything. Sometimes they laughed. Sometimes they argued. Sometimes silence hurt less than words. But they kept showing up. That was new. That mattered. 6 months after the arrest, Brookhaven Mall held a reopening event. Nathaniel had bought Martin's bakery lease and replaced it with a non-profit cafe that offered free meals to any child who asked. No questions, no shame. A plaque near the entrance read, ****, no child should be handcuffed for hunger, ****. Crowds gathered. Press cameras rolled. Jordan stood beside Angela and Nathaniel near the ribbon. A reporter asked, Mr. Sterling, what changed you? Nathaniel looked at Jordan's old cuff marks. Faded now, but not gone. Truth arrived hungry, he said. The reporter turned to Jordan. How does it feel becoming heir to a billionaire fortune? Jordan shrugged. I mostly feel like eating. The crowd laughed. Then he added, but if rich means nobody gets arrested for bread again. He glanced at Nathaniel. Then maybe it's useful. Even Angela smiled at that. Nathaniel's eyes filled. He didn't hide it. That night, after the event ended, the three of them stood alone in the quiet cafe. Warm bread smell filled the room. Jordan tore a loaf open and handed pieces to both of them. Angela raised an eyebrow. Stealing again? It's ours now, Jordan said. Nathaniel laughed. Angela took a bite. Then Jordan looked at him. Not billionaire, not stranger, not savior, just a man trying. He said the word casually, almost like it slipped out by accident. Pass the butter, Dad. Nathaniel froze. Angela smirked. Jordan pretended not to notice, but he noticed everything. Nathaniel handed him the butter with shaking hands. For the first time in his life he had more than money. He had been late, but not too late.